Got it. So. Okay. Yeah, Shruti, can you please tell me a string? What is that you're trying to search for?
Bracket CV
Okay.
or resume, brackets close, space India minus space minus images.
Great. So what would this do?
They should not include images
Why?
because there is minus.
Awesome. Your logic is very correct, but it will include images. Why?
I don't know, sir.
Can I answer?
The logic is correct. Yeah,
It will exclude the text image only.
absolutely. Awesome. Who was that? Pooja Ratala.
If
Super.
yes, yes.
Okay. So we're giving a keywords over here. And as Pooja mentioned, minus images, it will exclude images as a keyword, but not as a feature. Images is one of a feature of Google. Ads is one of a feature of Google. Suggestions is one of the features of Google. People who also search for is one of a feature of Google. People who also might be interested, people also ask for are one of the feature of Google. So whatever we are giving in the string, it is excluding the keywords, but not exactly the features. Okay, now if you see here you don't have a images as a keyword, but you can still see the images because those are the features, but not as a part of a keyword. Does that help you, Shruti? But great try, great example, great question. Yeah, Shruti,
Okay.
does that help you?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Shiv, can you add this particular string in this notes
Super.
in the document for the reference?
Yes, this is gonna be one of the question.
Yeah, maybe
So,
this little explanation also will help.
So whatever result is coming rightly. Na? There is no.
so the question is, yeah, result is coming rightly only. So the question should be when we search for ideal. I will see. The reason we see images because again, as per the Boolean logic, when we search for CV or resume minus images, CV or resume minus images, we get the result with CV or resume with CV or resume, but not with keyword as images. All right. Okay. When we search for CV or resume, space India minus images. Okay. So when we search for CV or resume, space India minus images, ideally it should show results with CV or resume. But we also see images even though we used minus images, and as a Boolean logic, we should not see any images in a search result. Then why we see images in results? Okay. The reason we see images because again, as per a Boolean logic, when we search for CV or resume minus images, we get results with CV or resume, but not with a keyword as images. Though we see actual images in search results because those are Google search features, and Boolean logic is applied only to keywords and not to Google search feature like images, maps, news, ads. People also search for similar result or Google search suggestions. And that's reason when we search for TV or resume, space India space minus images, we still get these images because these are a part of a search feature of a Google. And Boolean logic is applied only to the keywords, not to the search feature. That's reason sometimes you see you search for something, but you are also seeing some of the ads which are actually paid ads, which are actually uh, inorganic results because those are actually Google search features, but not a, a part of keyword. So does that answer everyone?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So any further doubts on no, on not? That's the reason I mentioned like not let's cover in a separate session altogether because though we think not, why we need a special separate session only for NOT not. But now you know why we had separate session for NOT not. Okay. So coming back, let's break down.
Sure, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so like example, I mean, when I'm searching for LinkedIn in the LinkedIn, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put some basic, I mean, the mandatory keywords in the beginning, then not followed by open bracket, for example, mobile or iPhone or Android, that example, and close the bracket, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is one way wherein I'll be excluding the keyword either mobile or iPhone or Android or like any one of them is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in Google, if I do minus mobile minus minus Android, so it will not give me this feature of ORing actually. I mean, like either of them or something. It like it applies to everything. There is no
Google is straightforward. Google says you just tell me what has to be excluded, and it will
okay.
simply exclude that.
Okay, there is no control for me to do is or some combination of this,
No,
right?
in Google you do
Okay,
not have it. Google is pretty
okay, okay,
straightforward. Google says, "Don't confuse me. Neither you get confused. Tell me what I do. I want to exclude. I will exclude those."
okay. Thank you.
So in LinkedIn, yesterday we covered, I guess, that example. I believe.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit confusion was there.
Yeah,
I know hyphen is not
Google is
allowed. I mean,
straightforward.
yeah, bracketing with the high pipeline is not allowed. But I'm asking like, is there any option for me to do the other way, like giving the option to search any one of the minuses? No, right?
Any one of the minuses. Interesting
Yeah.
question. There can be. Uh, Still we covered yesterday, but let's have an example. There can be. There might be a way. Okay, just give me a second. But we need something really a close to and good example for that. Let's take this only. Java and SQL or NoSQL, Kotlin and Objective-C. Okay. So let's say Java, SQL or NoSQL, Kotlin, which
Yes.
is again used to used in mobile
Mobile
applications,
development. Yeah.
Kotlin or Swift or Objective-C.
Yeah.
So we are searching for something closely, which is close to mobile. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to exclude mobile related keywords. So as I mentioned, when we are using like this, immediately it might not work, but we might have to use with the space. And then here also we'll give a space. In this case, there's a possibility, but I'm not really sure. If we see
Okay.
still mobile or iPhone or Android, the way in LinkedIn, it was excluding either of the keyword, but wherein in Google, it's excluding all the keyword and you wanted, no, you wanted something else, I believe. You wanted to exclude
No,
all the three keywords?
no, my idea is like, see, in Google, in LinkedIn, if I do like other day we saw the example of Microsoft and Amazon and
Hmm,
AW, sorry, what
hmm,
was that? Yeah, some other company. Okay,
hmm.
Azure, for example. So thing is like we were given an option. We have a control over that, like to give uh, any one of them, right? I or. But here it's like it applies to everything, no?
It applies to everything, but I'm hearing you out. But let me think around. If we do this, minus mobile or minus iPhone or minus Android, any which ways this will go with the same logic. It will exclude a list of result which has no mobile, no iPhone, no Android.
Yeah, sure. So this is allowed. This thing is allowed. Actually, I had a network issue yesterday, and last half an hour I missed it actually. So
No,
this
no,
is
I
allowed. This
understand.
button.
This can be allowed, but what I'm trying to say is when we are already using no mobile, no iPhone, no Android, then why you
Yeah.
want in or?
This gives me everything, right? Uh,
Means
it applies
this
to
can be allowed.
everything. I mean, Okay.
This can be allowed, the results will come, but outcome perspective, I'm thinking, let's say if I'm using without or here, any which ways
Hmm.
it's excluding mobile, iPhone and Android. But if
Results
I'm
should be same. Yeah, 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 yeah. Correct. You're correct. Logically
but if
correct.
I'm using or also here, result should be still same.
Same, same. Yes, yes, yes.
So why to make it complex?
Exactly.
Okay,
Because
clear, clear.
maybe for LinkedIn, the algo is little different. LinkedIn is reading it a proper set and it's excluding with or and and. Okay, let's say if I'm saying like this, like LinkedIn, okay, minus
Okay.
mobile, minus Amazon and Google and Microsoft. So it was excluding a search result which has all the three keywords.
Yeah. Now this is like and no, right? Because you
Now
have
this
given
is
the
like
space.
and minus
Yeah.
mobile, minus iPhone, minus Android.
Right.
But still, if I go with the and if I still don't go with this, that is still making a same sense for Google. But let's
Hmm.
try. If I make it in a set, if we make it in a set, if we nest it and do it, will it only exclude a result which has all the three keywords and still it shows a result which has either of the keyword? And that's
Right.
reason we use some of the closely related keywords first. And in case if you are seeing, we still see a result where mobile or iPhone or any one or two keywords are existing from these three keywords, then we'll go ahead and remove these also. We'll just keep
Okay.
Java and SQL or NoSQL and then these three. We'll try. Awesome. Kotlin, 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 Kotlin. So anyway, first pages would be a refined results, but we'll just see. Mhm. Google is strong. Though we tried complicating, but Google is not getting complicated because the search query was also correct. Nope.
Sir, the simple search for this is
No, Raghu. But that was a pretty valid question.
Thank you, sir.
And that's how we actually are. Nope. We did not see. Now if you see here, what it's doing, it's excluding minus mobile, minus iPhone, minus Android. So how does it make a difference?
Sure,
How
is it because of minus C there without a space?
Huh?
Is it because of the minus C after objective you have put a minus C, right?
No, no, this is
And we have
hyphen C. It's not a minus C. Objective C, we can still see the results.
okay.
So bracket, space, if we use like this, then Google will not understand because it will understand it as a smiley, but not as an operator. But this as an operator. So when I say Google in a nest, exclude mobile, exclude iPhone, exclude Android. In a nest or without a nest, we are giving the same command. And when we are using or also for Google in a nest or without a nest, we are giving the same command. So in both the situations, we are getting the same results. That helps you, Raghu?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. So how do we capture this part? Tick, 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 how the question can be framed. When we give not with or in LinkedIn, it will start excluding either of the keyword. And when we give not in combination of and, it will start excluding only the results which has all the keywords. However, in Google, I think we covered that. Here is the example. However, okay, any which ways. In Google, it's a straightforward. It do not take that bracket and all. It's simply ask, tell me what needs to be excluded. I'll exclude that. You don't get complicated. Don't complicate me. I'll not capture this in note, but we'll mention this in upcoming test. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So now done. Any more questions or not? We're
No, sir.
good? Awesome. So if you have enjoyed level 1, who all enjoyed level 1? No one enjoyed, right?
Me.
Me.
Enjoy.
If you enjoyed, then be excited and tell. Why you want to say me, and
Me.
all?
No, that was the excitement.
Enjoyed.
Huh?
That was the excitement. That's why I said price.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, welcome to level 2. I saw Google search results and types of it. Google search result and types of output. You know it? I know. Can you please tell?
Shiv, could you just repeat the question?
You know it? I know, but you will have to tell. Google search result and types of output. Just take 3 to 4 minutes. I'll grab some water and come fast. Types of output. All of you can discuss. Google search results. These are all the search results. Again, let's give one more time.
It means types means it comes with videos, images, book search, news, websites.
Everything, whatever comes to your mind, let me know. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Google search results and types of output. If you
Oh, is that the one in URL, in title, in text you are talking about?
was
Those are
that,
the operators, right?
Shiv, this is Pooja. Are these the you're talking about in URL, in title, in text?
absolutely.
So this one HTTP is the URL. Then after that, code in the blue
Mm,
is the title, and after that, it's the text prepared statement SQ GitHub.
Awesome. You are correct. I'll be back. Just give me a moment. And meanwhile, if you want to tell what is that, you can please explain them. I'll be listening.
Sure, sure, Shiv. So when we make a search on Google, the results, if we go for the first result, which is showing uh, three types in one result, in one particular. So the HTTP, we can consider this to be in URL. This is the URL, and after that, what is written in the blue, what do we call it? Blue color. So that's called in title. That's the heading. Heading is in title. Am I audible? Yeah. And the third one, the result in the blue color is called in text. So the detailed version of that result is called text, in text.
What is
So
in title, Pooja? Can you please repeat once again?
in title is the heading. You understand URL. Everyone understand the URL part, right?
Whatever
This
is
is,
written as HTTPS,
yeah, that is the URL. Yeah,
and whatever is the next to it, Kenji or
that is the heading. So we call it in title. Heading is called in title.
What is
okay.
URL?
URL is the address of the website, which is https just github.com. That's the address of the website. It's called URL. URL also we use in the normal, day-to-day work.
So Pooja, what
URL
is,
of the website.
can
Yeah.
you help me understand what is the Scotland prepared statement SQL, whatever the longer text is coming at the last?
Yeah.
What called?
That's called text.
All right, all right.
Is there any full form of URL?
Yeah, must be. We can Google it. I will just let you know. I will just Google it, as I don't have much idea. URL. It's Uniform Resource Locator. So it's specific for every site. It cannot be repeated for any other website. It's like unique. This URL is unique for every website. However, in title and in text can be repeated at multiple website, multiple places. But URL is always unique.
Awesome. Why it is unique?
URL.
Why it is
URL
unique?
is unique.
It is the
Yeah.
address shoe. It's the address shoe. It has to be unique.
It's the
Simple.
location, actually, unique
It's your
location.
home address. It's a web address. In layman language, URL is nothing but web address. The way we have
Yes.
our home address, I'm staying in India. In India, I'm staying in this particular state. In this particular state, I'm staying in particular city or particular village or particular district. In that particular city, I'm staying in a particular area. That area belongs to some pin code. In that particular area, I'm staying in some street. In that particular street, I'm staying right and left hand side, whatever, wherever. in that particular right or left hand side, I'm staying in one particular community, whatsoever the name of it. Again, in that community, this is what is my house number. And that becomes my unique address. You can't claim that that address is mine also, because that is my unique physical address. Similarly, on web also, every web page has a unique web address. To keep it very simple, what is URL? URL is a web address. That's as simple. Something like, okay, so we have three types of results. One is URL. This is a URL part, as Pooja was mentioning. Other is title. What is title now? That is a name board my of home. House number 6, so and so villa, or whatsoever, what we say, whichever the name of the apartment. In layman language, what is title? It's actually a name board of the home. On web, it's a name board of the page. And here we have a text result, which is a little bit shown. जैसे कि घर से बाहर से दिख रहा है कि भाई इनका किचन उधर है, ये पर्दा है, ये कुछ डेकोरेटिव आइटम्स है. That's it. So whatever we are searching here, those keywords are actually showing up over here, saying that in this search result, these are the keywords existing. Something like Google is telling, okay, now let's say I go to where Pooja stays and I say, hey, यहाँ पर recruiter कहाँ रहती? यहाँ पर एक HR है, वो कहाँ रहती? Then people know, उधर उधर रहती. So this is what is Google is trying to show. इसमें आपका result है. Simple? Confusion.
Such a good example, Shiv, you have given. So if we can say URL is the address of my house, and to title can we say it's the nameplate of our house.
Absolutely.
If yeah.
And whatever we are searching here, Google is telling in this home, your keywords are existing. जैसे मैं बोला, जैसे मैं पूजा की गली में जाऊंगा और पूछूंगा यहाँ रिक्रूटर कहाँ रहती या फिर यहाँ HR कहाँ रहती, लोग बताएंगे इधर रहती. So it's like that. Hope everyone can understand Hindi here.
Yes, sure.
No,
Someone
Shiv, I
know?
can't.
You can't.
I
Okay.
can't.
Let's say if I come to your place and if I ask, where does the recruiter is staying? Where does the HR is staying? In that particular place, and people familiar that you are a recruiter or HR, they'll point out to your house saying that in that house that recruiter is staying. So similarly over here, Google is showing us a suggestions that in this house these are the keywords existing. Simple. URL is web address, title is nameplate, text is suggestion based on the question what we are asking.
So, Shiv, number 1 is the URL, number 2 is the title, number 3 is the text, correct?
Yes. So this one is a URL, this one is a title, this one is a text. Okay. Now, tuk, 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 tuk. Okay. So here if you see, I have titled this page. Copy a path, which is nothing but copy a address. And now if you see in this path, this title is coming in. Okay, that is nothing but the name board. And this is nothing but the address. After the address, which is the URL, we have to name something to that particular house. We have to name something to that particular URL. That is a title. And after that, whatever exists inside the page, that is a text. Simple. Yes, no.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yash you. सोने यार वो yash you. Come on, yaar. Early morning. You're just starting a day.
Yes,
Okay.
Shiv.
Yes, that's the spirit. Coming here. Okay, Google search result and the types of output. No, man, I'm not asking you. I have a Google phone. Sometimes it keeps overhearing and start answering me. Okay. URL, title, and text. Mm-mm-mm. I'm bad at this. How do I insert? How do I insert a text here? So text. Text box. This is mm,
What are you looking for, Shiv? You want to drag it there?
I just want to insert these ones.
Yeah, just select it with the circle, the square on the top. In under images, there is the square. So with
No,
that
no,
you
I
can.
got it.
Okay, this.
All right. This much should be fine. Control C. Not. What is it? Okay, this seems to be good. Okay, we have a three different type of output in search results, that is URL, title, and the text. So how do we use URL? Three different Google search result and types of output. There are URL, title, and text. So how do we use URL, title, and text in our sourcing? Okay, so in order to use URL, title, and text in our sourcing, thing, Google has made some commands. Sourcing or searching on web, Google has made some search commands. Commands to uh to be more structured, or Google has made some search command to
Google server.
uh,
Google
to
server.
be more
Okay.
in layman language. I'm trying to think. In order to use URL, title, and text in our sourcing or searching on web, Google had made some search command to be more specific. And such commands are please go ahead.
In URL, in title,
Awesome.
in text, I think something like that.
No, you are correct. You don't have to believe, you are correct. And those commands are in URL, colon, in EITLE, title, colon, in TEXT, text, colon. Okay, in URL, in title, in text. So when we say these are the search commands, so anything we want to search in URL, we put in URL colon and that particular keyword. Anything we want to search in title, we put in title colon and those particular keywords. Anything we want to search in text of the page, we put in text colon and those keywords. Okay, now let's say here GitHub we have Kotlin prepared statement and Kotlin prepared statement. Okay, so let's say here, come on. To be more, which help us search command which helps us to be more specific. Okay. In URL is basically a search command which help us to be more specific in our searches. To be more specific in our searches. To be more specific in our searches. How it is helping us to be more specific in our searches? How it is helping us to be more specific in our searches? Basically, how is it helping us to be more specific in our searches? It is actually asking us where do you want that particular keyword to be appearing. To specify a keyword, to mention a keyword, it is actually helping us to mention that particular keyword in which part of a search result. Okay, it is actually helping us to get that keyword in part, in which part of search result, that is in URL part search result, and hence we use command in URL colon. For example, in URL resume or CV. In URL part. Okay. So now if you see here, we have searched for in URL, resume or CV. So now if you see no resume or CV template, resume template, resume.io, every URL you see, you have either a word CV or you have either a word resume. Let's go to the last of the last pages. Okay, let's not repeat. Okay, so here we do not see a CV or resume, but once we slightly click here and do this. Okay, here we have tuck, 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 tuck. Where is it? Story owner here. Here is a
Resume.
resume. Plans to resume. Okay, not this example. Let's go back. So here also we do not see, but right click. Okay, right click. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we have a resume. So in whole part, so when we say in URL, in whole web address, in whole part of the URL, that keyword can appear anywhere. It could be in the beginning, it could be at the last, it could be in the middle, it could be center of middle and last, it could be center of starting and middle, it could be anywhere. But it makes sure that Google makes sure that resume or CV, whatever the keywords we have given after in URL in continuation are actually reflecting in the URL. In URL is again a big session. We'll cover in URL more in depth later. But for now, just try understanding what in URL is doing. In URL is actually giving us a keyword in the URL. Whatever the keyword you are using after in URL, those keywords are actually reflecting in the URL part. Any confusion, any doubt? What is in URL? In URL basically helps us to be more specific and give a command to Google saying that I want this specific keyword in URL part of the search results. So we are being now more specific. Instead of only searching for resume or CV, now we are using an advanced commands. We are being more specific now. I want resume or CV only in the URL part. Something like I want cherry on top of the cake. I don't want cherry inside the cake. We are being more command while asking a bakery person while they are making a cake. We are telling, Bhaiya, bro, just keep one cherry on top of the cake, or just put two or three cherries on top of the cake. There we are being more specific where we want that cherry to be placed. Here also we are being more specific where we want that keyword to be reflecting. So we want, in this case, we want that resume or CV to be reflecting in the URL, to be showing in the URL. We want to see all the URLs on the entire whole World Wide Web, which has resume and CV in the URL. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts, confusion? Yes, no?
No, Shiv, maybe going forward, once we start using it, I'm pretty much sure like we will get few doubts. Right now, we don't.
But for now, we understand what is in URL, right?
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. Similarly, in title, title, each and every use case will have one session on in URL and in title and in text. In URL is a little lengthy. To go more in depth, we'll have it tomorrow itself. But today we'll cover on a high level what in URL and in title and in text is doing. So in title.
Sure.
Hmm.
Are you covering the file type and the insight also?
Slowly we'll cover. Everything is there.
Okay, because I had tried it a lot. File type was not at all giving me the answer earlier
Everything is there.
when
Don't worry.
combined with other keywords. Okay.
Everything is there. Don't worry. Mm, 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 mm. So this is a title of the page. So this is the title of the page. Similarly, what we are doing, we are using here. All right, let's go directly here. In title, this much is enough. Rest, let Google do its magic. It will understand some of the synonyms and start giving us. So Sometimes it also asks if we are a robot. That is sad. Okay. Now, if you see in URL, resume or CV, every URL has a keyword resume or CV, and every title has a keyword either a software engineer or software developer or software programmer or SMTS or MTS or the synonyms of it.
Shiv, your voice is choppy.
Is it for everyone?
No, it was clear for
No,
me.
it was clear.
It's very clear, Shiv.
I think then your network. Now, if you see every result, we have it a CV or resume in the URL and software engineer or software developer or software programmer or software development engineer, SMTS, MTS, all those things has come in a title, which is the blue part. And which is we'll not go further in interest of time. So in URL, in title, that is. In text, not really required, but if you want to give a strong command, you can give it, but otherwise, normal Java, SQL or no SQL is also a text. In text, Java, in text SQL, in text no SQL. We are making a string little lengthy unless we are very specific for a particular keyword. Till then, not really required. Normally, mentioning keyword like Java's, open the bracket, SQL or no SQL is enough. So now we started seeing Java, software engineer, blah, 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 and CV, all those stuff. Every URL has a resume or CV in the URL part. Every title has a software engineer or software developer kind of a stuff. And then now we are seeing along with Java or SQL. Let's add
Shiv, can you
little more
please show me the
masala.
string again?
Hmm?
Shiv, can you
Yeah,
please show me the end part of the string? That's a string.
that's it. Java or SQL or no SQL. That's it.
Okay, this is a I mean, outside the thing, you're searching like a normal now.
Normal.
Outside. Okay, okay. Yeah.
We don't really have to use in text unless we are very specific.
Okay.
But otherwise, this much is enough. Now let's say in text gmail.com. So like this. Now we started getting some resumes like this. Some sample, some resume like this. Let's say again Bangalore. That is again coming in the text. Must include. Okay. Now
Now
I
we can
told you right
use
earlier that double quotes. There's one more use case. When we go on some advanced searches, I'll tell you there is one more use case for that double quotes. Double quotes not necessary only for showing us a result which has a two words like software engineer, only for showing a phrase as it is. But double quote is also to give a Google a stronger command saying that I want this keyword for sure. Now here it says missing Bangalore. And once we click must include Bangalore, by default, Google is putting them in a double quotes. That means we are giving more strong command to Google saying that we want that Bangalore in the search results. And that's one unique use case of using that one single keyword also under the double quotes. It's not necessary. We're using double quotes only for a phrases which has more than one keyword, like software space engineer, software space developer, software space programmer. We can also use a double quote for a specific results where we want that particular keyword strongly in the result. It's giving more powerful command to Google saying that these specific keywords I need in the search results. And that's where it gave in a double quote. If I just go back, it says must include. Now, if I
Sure,
just
one
come here,
question.
yeah,
So actually, when I was using, I used to give this in URL in title in the very beginning. So now you are using the Bangalore keyword in the. Is there any order for this actually in
nothing like
URL
that.
in your title?
Order is only for not.
Nothing like that.
Order
Okay,
is
okay,
only for not.
okay.
Rest everything, however you do biryani and eat, everything is fine. All biryani tastes
Sure.
nice. It's only that I don't want spicy biryani. I want sweet biryani. You make it sweet and eat. Whenever you are mixing sugar, that doesn't matter. Whenever you are mixing salt, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yes, definitely at the right time you need to mix, okay? Not after everything is cooked and then you are sprinkling salt and having it. That won't be tasty.
Shiv, it's still 11:30, Shiv.
It's okay. Okay, so that's Bangalore. Now, if you see here, it says must include Bangalore. As I mentioned, there is one more use case for that particular double quotes. Will not cover in previous day, but will cover in future, and that's today. Now, as soon as now, if you see here Bangalore, which is not in a double quotes, but once we click, it got into the double quotes, and that's a specific use case of using a double quotes. But otherwise, in URL, resume or CV, in title, every title has a software engineer or software developer or SD related titles. Then Java, SQL, NoSQL, in text, Gmail, some are hidden, some are not hidden. But again, in text also, as I mentioned, like this, not necessary that you have to give it in the text. You can simply just give it.
So Shiv, why are we putting Bangalore out just
Why
beside
are we
in
putting?
URL?
Huh?
Why are we putting like in quote? Why are we putting like in quotes Bangalore after URL as in
In quotes Bangalore. Why are we
like
putting
any
in quotes
particular
Bangalore?
reason? Yeah, yeah.
So, as I mentioned, double quotes. There's a one more use case for the double quotes. In past, we did not cover. I wanted to cover it when we come to little advanced. So, double quote is not necessarily only used for some use cases like this, where we have more than one or two keyword, a particular phrase. Okay, till date, our learning is double quotes we are using only when we have more than one keyword, a proper phrase, and we want those search results, like software space engineer. Till that, this was our learning. Now, the next level of learning is double quotes not only used for software space engineer or for a kind of a term where we have more than one keyword, but also it is used for a particular single keyword when we are giving a strong command to Google saying that I need this particular keyword in the search results. Let's say if I go back, same search, Bangalore, in URL, resume, CV, in title, software engineer, software developer, software programmer, then Java, NoSQL, SQL, intext, gmail.com. Okay. But what it has done, though it has given us a result, but here it say Bangalore is missing. And it also says must include Bangalore. And as soon as we click on must include Bangalore, you see, it started giving under the double quotes. That means we are giving more stronger command to Google saying that I need this particular keyword. This is a important keyword for me. You exclude anything else, I'm least bother. But I need salt in a biryani. You exclude anything else, I'm least bother. But I need sweet in a what we say gulab jamun. Simple? Yes, no.
Yes, sure.
Shiv, can you please
You don't
repeat
mix
once?
anything in a biryani. That is fine. But I need cashew nuts in biryani for sure. So so chef is making sure that they're sprinkling some cashew nuts in the biryani. That means we are giving a strong command.
So that's the reason you're using the quotes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is a strong
So,
command. We can use it not just for keywords which has more than one keyword like a phrases, software space Bangalore. We can also use it for one single keyword unless we want that particular keyword.
So it's going to
we
choose
can
the.
add
Okay,
so
go
we can
ahead.
add as many keywords outside of in URL, right? I mean, just beside Bangalore, we can add as many keywords
Ah,
as possible,
so
like
in URL is
on that
only
particular.
in URL is only giving us a list of results where we have resume or CV in the URL. Okay. In title is only
Okay.
giving us the results where we have software engineer or software developer in the title. And then additional keywords. It's a normal keyword search. Even in text is also a keyword search. And you can add up to 32 keywords. And let's say if there is a specific keywords which Google says missing and it's ignoring, then add them in a double quote saying that no, Bangalore for sure I need in the list of results. That's reason I'm giving a strong command in double quotes. More powerful command. First is command, second is strong command. Bring him down. In KJ, she says, right? It's something like that.
So
Then
Shiv,
Shiv,
what is this command in text? Is it? Can you just explain last one in text?
In text, so this is the text part of our result, right? So we are just saying, get
Okay.
me that particular keyword in the text. Simple. So this is URL part
Yeah.
where we are using in URL. This is title part where we are using in title. This is text part where we are using in text.
No, you have written gmail.com in text in your search bar in text gmail.com. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Understood. Got your point. And
Either you
another
give
thing, if it,
text or you don't give in text. That is still stands similar result.
understood.
Because end of the
Similarly,
day, again, that's a text what we are searching, like Java and SQL.
understood. Yeah, understood. Similarly, if in title whatever we have given, then is there need to specify in URL also again, or because automatically it will come also if in title we have given?
No, you have to specify. You need to specify a particular keyword to be coming in which part of a result. Whether you want this particular keyword in the URL, whether you want this particular result in the title, whether you want this the particular
Understood.
result in the text. In text, you don't really have to
Understood.
use a command in text. You can simply give a keyword.
Yeah, no, what I was saying, if in title we have written software engineer, or by default it will come in URL also or not. It may not come. Okay, understood. Fine.
Okay. But in depth, we'll cover. First, have a high level understanding what in URL is doing, what in title is doing, what in text is doing. Then again, we'll have a separate session only for in URL and then one session for in title and in text. But for now, have an
And if
understanding
we,
of a high
yeah,
level, what in URL is doing, what
yeah,
in title is doing, what in text is doing.
understood. Yeah. And if we remove double quotes in outside Bangalore, will that not give result same as with double quotes?
Double quotes is that we are giving a more stronger command that I need this particular keyword in the search results. You exclude anything else.
so
I'm okay with it. But I need
Shiv,
this
if
particular thing.
yeah, like if you exclude the codes in that Bangalore,
Yeah.
then it has all the probability of selecting along with Bangalore other locations as well, right?
Even if you include in double quotes, see, Bangalore is again a text only. Person might have worked in Bangalore or studied in Bangalore, but today working in Chennai, but today working in San Francisco. Those results also will come.
But it will include Bangalore for sure.
But it will include Bangalore for sure. Someone who has a roots in Bangalore. Someone who has mentioned Bangalore in their resume or a profile. That will include for sure.
Okay. And Shiv, can you explain like what is the difference between using the double quotes for Bangalore within without parentheses, and in the in title section you have used double quotes within the parentheses? So does it make any difference?
Have a understanding very simple. Double quotes is basically you can use in title or in text. Wherever you see a phrase, wherever you see a keyword, you want to the particular keyword or particular phrase to be reflecting as it is. That's where you're using a double quotes. For single word, you're using because you're giving more stronger command that I want this particular keyword for sure. You exclude anything else from the rest of the keywords. I'm okay with it, but don't exclude. this particular keyword.
Okay, got it.
That is an additional stronger command. It's not just for the double quote. You use in bracket, you use out of the bracket, it's doing the same job. It
Okay.
is what it is doing. Whatever the keywords you're giving in double quote, it is must to have skills.
Sir,
Whether it is a single or whether it is a double. What are you
Shiv,
doing when we are giving in a bracket? Bracket use case is different. Why are we using bracket? Is basically when we use or thumb rule, we are using bracket. Why are we using double quote? For single word, we are giving a strong command, and for two words, we need that phrase as it is. Break
Shiv,
down the pieces. Yeah,
Okay.
can you give me a flow chart for LinkedIn to how to reach keywords over there?
slowly we'll go step by step. First, understand the concept. The basics are important. After that, what LinkedIn, whichever in, whichever out you come across, you'll be designing your own flowchart. First, basics. All right. See, the basics I'm saying why we're stressing so much on basics. Once your grassroots, the basics are strong means, as I mentioned, tomorrow, whichever the incomes or whichever the outcomes, you'll be able to design your own flowchart. Here, what we are not here to learn what to learn. Here we are to learn how to learn. Simple. Here we are not to learn what to source. Here we are to learn how to source. Understanding the concept behind it. Not A for apple. Why only A for apple? Why can't A for B? Aeroplane. So the concept of A is what we are understanding. So just keep it simple. Double quote is used for two words or more than two words to give that particular phrase as it is. And when we are using it for single word, we are giving a strong command to give Google saying that this particular keyword, I need it for sure. I'm not going to compromise on a search result without this particular keyword. You use double quotes within the bracket, outside of the bracket, doesn't make a difference. It's gonna do a same job. It's like you put a salt in whichever the dish and wherever, it doesn't make a difference. You put a salt after going to hotel, it's going to make a dish more saltier. You put the same salt after coming to home, it's going to make a food more saltier. Salt is doing its own job. Wherever you put salt in whichever the thing, wherever in spite of the place, it's doing its own job. That's simple. Double quotes is doing its own job. That's simple. Similarly, the bracket is doing its own job. Simple? Yes, no. I'm not shouting, I'm explaining, okay?
Yes, Shiv.
Shruti was
So
again
Yeah.
disappointed.
just to reiterate and for a double check,
Hmm,
whatever you have explained, so we will be using double quotation for single keywords in order to be having a more strong command and to get more specific results, right?
absolutely.
And when we are using two keywords, then definitely we have to use brackets and double quotation so that it consider as a one single keyword and give us a better result.
नहीं आप देखो software engineer you can give like this also. Bracket doesn't have to do anything with the double quote.
No,
Bracket is
we are
nesting.
using because we are also using or na. That's why I said brackets.
Okay. See bracket का use case क्या है? When you use or, you should use
Hmm.
bracket.
Correct.
So there is a relation between or and bracket, but there is no relation between or bracket and double quotes. Double quote is a different person altogether,
All
different
right.
item altogether.
Yeah.
All right.
But Shiv,
Double
this
quote if I say,
Bangalore double bracket, yeah,
hmm,
sorry. Bangalore
yeah,
double
please.
bracket means we need Bangalore definitely, but other cities may also come, will also come in the text
Absolutely.
part.
Absolutely.
Okay, understood.
So earlier you see it was saying Bangalore missing. Then after that we said no, we want that Bangalore for sure. So in this result, Bangalore might be missing. Then we say no, we want Bangalore for sure. And that's where it made in a double quotes. And that's how we got a couple of results. Let's review. So yeah, in URL, CV or resume, Java with SQL or no SQL somewhere here or there. And then Bangalore somewhere in the resume. Here it is a Bangalore. So here it is a SQL. Now it is fetching us the results from variety of sites. We don't know from which site, but it's fetching us a result from variety of sites. From their personal website, from GitHub, from Stack Overflow, from SlideShare, from GitHub. This is something else. This is not. Hmm? Yeah, Anjana. Any question?
No, Shiv. I just unmuted. No, carry on.
Awesome. Okay. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubt on what inurl is doing, what intitle is doing, and what intext is doing, and the use cases of double quotes, brackets, or anything. So that's it for today for now. But yes, any doubts, I'm open to answer.
Yeah, Shiv, there was network issue. I'm not sure if the question was asked or not. So
Mhm.
what if we use two keywords using the quotes? Can we
You
use
use
that, or
32
it
keywords.
applies only for a single
No, you use 32
with the
keyword, it
quotes?
doesn't make. You can use it. Feel free to use it.
Okay, so I can use in quotes. I can use anything.
How
Any
much salt you'll
double
put in
quotes.
dal?
How
Is
much
there a
ever you
limitation?
want.
How much ever you want. Simple.
No.
That's it.
Okay, fine.
As per your taste, how much ever you want, you put it. You want to eat only salt, eat only salt, no worries. All right. And where to put salt? You can put salt in home. You can put salt on a street side food. You can put salt when you're having a food in a hotel. Simple. You want more salt here? You put it. Salt is doing its own job. You want more spice? You go ahead and add it. Spice is doing its own job. So it doesn't make it doesn't matter where you're putting it. So next, either
Now
it's a
I
home.
completely get why you say,
What?
Shiv. Now I completely get it. Why you say sourcing is very much in line with cooking.
Now you got it right. Slowly we'll go with the
Yeah.
such examples. Then you'll understand why it is very much aligned with cooking.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, that's it for today. Let's connect tomorrow with little more advanced topics on the same thing with little more direct. Any questions till date, please feel free to ask.
Shiv, are we capturing this key string in the notes? What you have
Yeah, we are
explained today?
capturing. We are capturing. We'll capture more in detail tomorrow.
Shiv, will you be able to share the recording? I might.
Sure. Yesterday's and today's pending. I'll do it in few hours and share it. I'll update in the group.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you, Shiv.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.